Healthy Botch King 7 just subscribed for 5 months. Welcome back to the Raccoon Crew.
Hey yo, Botch King, thank you so much for the resub. Alright, thank you Mallard Rules for the follow from last time. Let's give 2 big toots on the kazoo for you guys. Thank you so much. I still haven't refilled the batteries on this thing, so I'm gonna have to do that before we meet the sub goal, obviously. I believe we are going to be meeting that sub goal soon. You guys seem to be taking that very seriously this time around, but it makes sense. We're at a really good place in Subnautica. But I just want to say thank you again to Botch King and for everyone for being so supportive this month. Hello everybody, how's it going? Happy Cinco de Mayo, happy Star Wars Day, belated Star Wars Day, and happy Mega May. This year for Mega May, as you know last time, or as you might know from last time, we did Mega Man 3, and we also did some Mega Man X2, but I'm gonna do something a little bit different this year. We are still going to continue a numbered game in the classic series. I feel like everyone expects that, right? Because as long as it's like 2024, we're gonna be doing Mega Man 4, and you know, it just makes too much sense to not keep that up. So, what other Mega Man game will we be playing this month? And I was thinking, and some of you are gonna love this, especially you, Botch King, and C-Saber if he's here. Mega Man Zero. I was thinking of starting that. It's not the first time I've played it, but who knows? I think that might be enough to get you guys fired up. X3, that might be another one we might try. I don't know. Depends on what you guys want, obviously. But let's just get straight into it. I don't have much time today, so unfortunately, we are just going to have to get straight into it. Are you kidding me? My freaking capture card fails to work every single time, dude, without fail. It wouldn't be one of my if everything worked on the first try, right? So, hopefully this works. I was about to say I can't see any reason why it wouldn't, but like that just seems to be the magic words to make everything fail. That dang capture card. I know! It always messes up at, like, literally the worst. And, yeah, it is long, but it's for an especially nerdy reason this week. Poor capture card, I know. This thing's been with me this is, like, its 4th year of service to the channel. Been using it week in, week out. It's been through a lot. It's been through the Mac days when I used to stream off of my MacBook that I use for college. Definitely would not catch me doing that anymore. Let's see. What else? That was pretty crazy because the amount of power it took both to draw in power from the capture card and to stream was more than my Mac could handle. So it was slowly wearing away at my Mac's health over time. So that's not good. Or it wasn't good. Why I felt the need to upgrade to a computer. This was literally working less than 10 minutes ago. It was working less than 10 minutes ago. I hate technology. But I'm a computer science person, so obviously, like, you should be able to fix it, right? Every tech issue solved because you're a computer science. Surely if you can barely program hardware, you can fix, or barely program software, you can make the hardware work, right? Hello, Marco. How's it going? the capture card is camera shy. I agree. We're gonna have to just give it a minute. But anyway, yeah, I guess that gives me a bit of time to talk about some other plans I have involving the stream. So I guess we'll go back to this then. Hold on, let me lay on some better music for this. There we go. How's it going? And hopefully I can, with the help of this creative music, create a solution to the problem that we're doing right now. Oh yeah, got more plans. Eventually, what I want to do is I want to have an art corner of my streams where I basically try to promote more artists. Basically by putting up any like fan art they have or any games we've played recently, or for anything vaguely channel related, like anything Throfer related or something like that. I think it would be a cool way to promote the people there, and I want to make it so that you have links to or like it will like put their username or something underneath, so like it can link back to their socials. Just a little way to give back, I guess, and encourage people to make more neat stuff. I think that's fun. Speaking of which, I also have some merch coming soon, or at least plans of merch. Just like there are sometimes wars and rumors of wars, there's merch and rumors of merch. Throfer content is always appreciated. Interesting you say that, Botch King. Me and K-Mizzy have been working briefly, throwing ideas around for a Throfer content shirt with a Throfer on it. We will have to modify the design a little bit, just so that Nintendo doesn't copyright strike us for anything. But I think it's a change that you guys will find very welcome, and that actually makes it more appropriate for the channel. Let's see. Is there anything else? Let's see. Let's see if that works. Please, 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 please. No, it still doesn't work. This is gonna suck. Well, I'm not really sure what to do at this point. I've tried unplugging it. I've tried plugging it back in. Elgato capture cards are very strange with how they work. That's the kind of capture card I have. And again, it's like 4 years old. It would kind of suck if I need to replace it, because they're not exactly cheap. But then again, neither is a lot of things technologically. I guess the sub money is gonna come in handy, if that's the case. Let's see, what else could I talk about? Oh yeah, Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door remake is coming out. That's gonna be pretty cool. Can't wait for that. I've never played Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, but I've heard absolutely raving about it, both the original version. Now for the remake. Well, I know all over excited about it, and I'm like, dang, I've never played this game. I sort of want to give it a try. Well, I really want to give it a try. I've played most of the Mario RPGs at this point. And I think that it's I need to play the others, because there's a lot of lore in the Mario RPGs, and I need to know them so that I can know the lore. Makes sense. speaking of knowing the lore, I want to have, or I'm in the process of writing a couple more YouTube videos. Mario and Luigi. Yes, I do plan on streaming more Mario and Luigi games. Another long-term goal I have is I want to try and save up money so that I can get a capture card on my 3DS, or hook up my 3DS so that it can be connected to a capture device. Hopefully one that's better than the capture card that's plugged into my computer right now. And basically what I want to do is I'm gonna just straight up close this window. It says it's not responding. Rip bozo. Okay. Maybe.
Coolorn20 just redeemed Streech.
Thank you, Wendy. Stretch redemption. Let me finish plugging all this stuff in, and I'll take another look at it. Please work, please work, please work, please work, please work, please work, please work. Come on. Oh my gosh. It's so close to working, but it's not. Also, I will stretch. Thank you, Coolant Wendy. But yeah, once I get my 3DS capture card in, if that gets working at all.
Hydrate.
I don't have any water near me. That's probably a good idea. But let's see. Once I get that hooked up, I would love to just do a Mario and Luigi marathon, because like pretty much every game is playable on the 3DS, if not on the Switch online service. So I would love, personally, I would love to do like a huge Mario and Luigi marathon. Just go through all of those games. That would take probably a year to do at the rate at which I stream, which is once a week. But who knows? Maybe after college I can make it like 2 nights a week. No promises. And that way I can blast through more games faster. We haven't beaten Mario Wonder yet. What are we doing, bro? The timing of things has kind of been that, and I wanted to save Hallelujah. Mega Man works. Oh my gosh, it's a beautiful day. Okay, we'll probably only have like about 30 minutes to stream this game, but I do not care. Probably more like we can squeeze 40 minutes out of. You're joking. You're joking. I lightly tapped it. Okay, cool. I was going to lose it, dude. Alright, let's get back into Mega Man 4. I wasn't actually gonna get that upset. I rarely ever get actually visibly upset on stream. Let's see if I can't get... Ooh. Okay, Household Robots Rock and Roll were created by Oh, I didn't read it. Dr. Light, and we're enjoying their peaceful days. Ah, yes, peaceful days. Shoot. I tried to get the Mega Man screen set up. Oh no, the robots went on a rampage and fell into total chaos. So, if you don't remember, in the last game, Dr. Wily was believed to be dead because he was crushed by a giant falling block. It's like Minecraft out here. So now a new threat has emerged in the form of Dr. Cossack. Definitely not a Russian stereotype of any kind. But I mean, it's the 80s. What do you expect? So we get a nice little intro cutscene into like the creation of Mega Man, which I think is really cool, even though it's like 4 games delayed at this point for us to get something like this. But this intro is really cool. I think this is the first Mega Man game to have like an actual cutscene in it. World peace has been maintained so far, but history repeats itself. Dr. Cossack, a mysterious scientist, has invented 8 powerful robots and sent them after Mega Man. Mega Man starts for the battle again, this time equipped with the powerful new Mega Buster. And so what they mean by the new Mega Buster is last time in Mega Man 3 was the first time we could do the slide. And now, we have our charge shot, which is one of Mega Man's, like, classic Mega Man's last, big upgrades. So let's see here. Actually, let me try and fix, this so that it is, better. Makes sense, right? We like fixing things so that they'll be better. Filters. Oh wait, I done goofed up. All right, we're moving it back. There we go. That looks fine. Okay, let's get going with Pharaoh Man. Pharaoh Man is the person I like to go for first. Not necessarily because he's the easiest, but because I find his stage music very interesting. I'm normally not a huge fan of desert levels, or at least their music, but Pharaoh Man's is an exception even for me. I know K-Mizzy is crazy into desert level music, so she's probably eating this up right now. But the music would be ruined if I were to just, charge up my charge shot the whole time, because it does this sound. Nobody likes that. So we're just gonna rush coil over this gap, which you can make without rush coil. It's just pretty difficult, and I don't want to risk it, because falling down that bottomless pit, or seemingly bottomless pit, would have actually led us into the pyramid proper. And I do like the locales in this game of, like, the whole sort of locational storytelling of, like, starting out in the sands and then making your way into the pyramid, or, like, into a hidden sand palace underneath the earth. But anyway, this is a new weapon, if you want to call it a weapon. It's the balloon adapter, and it allows us to basically create an item 1 type platform, if you remember that from Mega Man 2, right next to us. And it'll be pretty useful for this level, but it's more nifty to just pick it up right now. So yeah, this is another thing that this game sort of introduces, is multiple routes to several levels. These guys can be a little bit tricky if you don't know what you're doing. This was one of the first Mega Man games I played when I was younger. I believe the order in which I played them was 1, 2, 4, 7, and then no, 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, and then 3 and 5. So we went all out of order there. And then, 9, 10, and 11. 9 and 10 are fairly split among the Mega Man community, apparently, whether they're good or not. It's mainly because they remove the charge shot and the slide. But anyway, Pharaoh Man. I guess we should talk about Pharaoh Man now that we're here. Pharaoh Man's weakness is not any special weapon that like hugely changes your game, more or less. It's mostly the flash shot, I believe it is, or the flash stopper, which is the weapon of Flashman. It basically allows you to stop time multiple times. It's fine that we've died to him. No love for 3. 3 is great. That's just not the order I played it in, because it's not the order I got these games in on the Virtual Console on the Wii U. So this is another reason why I do Pharaoh Man's stage first, is because Pharaoh Man, as long as you either are good enough at dodging his projectiles, or you're just lucky enough, frankly, he's basically weak to the Mega Buster without actually being weak to the Mega Buster. And I'm not sure how to really explain that. Besides for just, I mean, hopefully I'll kill him. Hopefully. Oh my gosh. Trying to slide underneath that was kind of dumb. Hopefully we can stun lock him. That would be wonderful. But it's probably not going to happen. Frick. I was so close, dude. So close. We'll probably stun lock him this time. If you can stun lock him, you don't need a whole lot of E-tanks. If you don't stun lock him, you might need an E-tank or two. We don't have any E-tanks, though, so I should have charged up, a charge shot before I went into the door. I fell in for one of the classic blunders. And my enunciation is as bad as ever. Here's the stun lock, by the way. Uh-oh. Shoot, I'm sucking a little bit. Uh-oh. What am I doing, dude? Don't stay in the corner? Yeah, that's probably not a good idea. I just find it very risky when he does his little short hops. Like down the stairs. There's like no way he's not gonna run into me, right? But I guess this does never get involved in a land war with Asia. I mean that too. Shoot. So I guess what I will do this time is I'll go the quote-unquote normal route through the stage, just so that I can show off both routes. Both if you have the balloon adapter and if you decide not to go for it. Which the balloon adapter is saved as part of our arsenal forever. That won't go away. Unless, of course, I reset and don't use my password, which it's kind of annoying that these games didn't come with save features baked into them, because like the Legend of Zelda had that like a long time ago, but I guess it does allow for more replayability if you just have the password system. Every Mega Man game does have a system in place, as far as I'm aware, for their password system. So if you can decipher the code, at least it's this way for Mega Man 2, and I'm gonna assume it's the same way for Mega Man 3 and 4 and etc. If you can decipher the patterns of what's different between passwords, you too can be able to deduce and create your own custom Mega Man passwords to get you exactly what you want and skip what you don't. And I think that's neat. But obviously that allows you to be more perceptive than I am. So of course I had to look online for several of these things. That's another thing I want to do. If I make a Mega Man 2 Let's Play, I do want to show off how the password system works. Because it's not that complex, but it is hard to guess, which is the point of a password system at the end of the day. So maybe that'd be something cool to point out in a YouTube video. I don't know. And I mean, it's not like I don't have other cool tricks for Mega Man 2 specifically that wouldn't make for a fun YouTube content. I'm not a one-trick pony, I guess. Or at least I try not to be. Alright. I do like Turbo Fire in the Legacy Collection, though. I'm sorry, I used Turbo Fire. Oh, no, I was never that smart either. Nor did I have the attention span to actually follow through with that. I just looked online and I was just like, oh, I would not have guessed that, but that makes sense. Or like, I assumed there would be patterns, and then more attentive people than I have done all the dirty work for me. Uh-oh. This is the Pharaoh Man stun lock, by the way. Oh, come on, bro. Come on, bro! Okay, cool. And if you line it up just right with the center, Mega Man won't take any time walking to the middle, and instead it'll just sort of warp straight up instead of doing his little jump. I do like this loading screen, though, or like this weapon get screen. So we now have the Pharaoh shot. And I do wish this was like Mega Man 5, where we'd get a little demo, or Mega Man 6, where we get a little demo of each item being used. But anyway, we're moving on to Ring Man next. Ring Man. Yep. Actually, do I want to do Ring Man? Ring Man is like the Elec Man of this game. Not a good idea, actually. If we game over here, I might just do another person's stage. I really like Ring Man's stage. I don't know, I've heard a lot of people express dislike for it, because it just seems sort of random, is a complaint that I hear. I don't care, it's kind of catchy. It reminds me a lot of, to me it sounds very similar in some instances to Sparkman's theme, which was probably the song that made me want to get into Mega Man in the first place. I heard the Smash Brothers remix for Sparkman's theme in one of the trailers for Smash 4, and I was just like, this song is really good. I should try that game. But yeah, I guess if you want me to play a game, show me that it has good music, and that's usually what'll make me want to play a game. So, once again, Turbo Fire being absolutely essential to me playing through this game. I mean, I've beaten some of these games without Turbo Fire, but like, are you seriously going to give me the choice between Turbo Fire and no Turbo Fire, and expect me to choose no Turbo Fire? No. I don't use Rewind, and that's where I draw the limit in terms of making the game more difficult for myself than it needs to be. Because, I don't know. There we go. Finally. Five, Sea of Stars. Oh, Sea of Stars. That was a good one. Oh no, wait, you're talking about the RPG game, like is that an indie game or is it third party? I think it's an indie game, right? I've heard you say good things about that Botch King. I'd love to give that a try. I think I remember it being pretty expensive for an indie game, though. Not that I'm not willing to pay money for a good game, especially when it's supporting smaller developers. I believe that's a great thing. But I don't know. RPGs for me right now, if they're like more than 15 hours is a time sink that I don't know if I can get into at this point in my life. Oh, shoot. Whew. I was not expecting to get back onto there. All right, so these platforms are dangerous because if we stand on them, they're gonna schloop to the left like a little schlinky. Oh, that would have been a great spot to demo Pharaoh Shot. Because Pharaoh Shot is basically you hold the button and it's a charge shot. It's like a solar ball above your head, sort of like an exclamation point above Solid Snake or something. And basically, enemies can run into it, and it does damage to them, so it's great overhead protection. And you can shoot it in 8 different directions like it's the Metal Blade. So, all in all, just a great tool to have at your disposal. Just like that. And it's the weakness of Ringman, who is annoying as heck. I do like the green charge shot of Mega Man 4. I think the blue one is better. Makes more sense. I like the color blue more. And it's bigger. Not that size matters at all. But I don't know. There's just something charming about the green charge shot. Very neat. Come on, dude. Land a hit. Oh my gosh. Dude, some of these mini bosses kind of take a beating from me. Or, well, I take a beating from them. Or vice versa, I suppose. Mega Man 5 had a display of weapons. Amazing music and visuals. That is one thing I heard about Sea of Stars. Alright. So, we're on our last life. We're definitely not going to survive this encounter with Ringman. But I did at least want to show you what the Pharaoh Shot looks like. It's very neat. Very cool. I hate how long it takes for the boss to charge up their health in this game. That is one major criticism of this game. Oh my gosh, we almost got him. I mean, it was after death, so like doesn't really matter at the end of the day. We still got game over. 25 hours through Sea of Stars, that's not bad. I'd be willing to give that a try. I don't know if I'd stream it, though. I'm starting to realize more and more what I can actually handle streaming and what I can't. Like, I used to try streaming pretty much every game that I wanted to play. And while that was a pretty good way of getting through my backlog, I just realized that I would never actually finish. Whenever I, like, wouldn't have the energy to finish a Let's Play, I would never finish that game. So that's why I still haven't beat Paper Mario, the Origami King, because I wanted to make it a Let's Play, and I feel, I'd feel kind of guilty about, like, just beating the rest of it off camera. Who knows? I'd love to see, especially because a lot of TTYD fans are, like, kind of puristy about Paper Mario as a franchise, and I guess that sort of makes sense. I would love to play Origami King after I beat TTYD, and then compare my experiences with both of them. That way I can gain the perspective of somebody who loves Thousand Year Door, because I mean, I'm probably gonna love Thousand Year Door. I really enjoyed Paper Mario 64. So we'll see how that goes. Oh shoot. Oh, that's right, the snail guy. I remember you. Okay, so we have to be careful with our positioning and our jumps here. So we're gonna have to slide. I said slide. Okay, well, I guess it didn't matter. We did make it to the halfway point, though, so little victories. Oh, an extra life. No, another snail boss. All right. Good news is, dang, even the snail was too quick for me. That's got to be a new low. Bonus. That's bonus. All right. I gotta leave in a few minutes, so unfortunately, Mr. Snail, I don't have time to play. And the eel come out to play the classic Super Mario 64 star, and I died like an idiot. I slid off the waterfall, and as we all know, Mega Man is too heavy to swim. He is unable. Not until Mega Man 8. In Mega Man 8, he can swim. I guess that's another ability that Mega Man 9 and 10 sort of stripped away from him. 11 stripped that away from him too. Poor guy's just never been really known to swim. But I guess even Mega Man 8 sort of showed, at least in my mind, I was just like, huh, I guess it sort of makes sense. The controls for this sort of work. At the same time, it's just like, I'd always want to not do the swimming, because it was sort of like, it wasn't very fast. Well, your movement in water isn't very fast in general. But like, I don't know, it reminded me way more of like a new Super Mario Brothers type of swim, rather than like anything else, to where it's more just like, oh great, precision platforming. Thank you, Coolant Wendy. I appreciate that. Also, Toadman's really easy because you can stun lock him even easier than Pharaoh Man. But if you fail to stun lock him, then you're in for a much worse time. As demonstrated. I hope this isn't game over for me. Please, please, please. Okay, cool. Toadman should be very easy to beat. Unlike Toad from Mario 2, he is known to jump very high. I'm here to prove that I don't need the frog suit. I'm dumb. He'll just sort of raise his hands in the air like he just don't care. And then, he'll die for it. Shoot. Shoot, 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 shoot. Okay. Goodbye, Toadman. Rest and rip. You will be missed. Okay. Neato! So, we got Toadman's powers now. The Rain Flush. I haven't really showed off much of the special weapons at this point, but I think that's about to change. You got Rush Marine Adapter right after one of the only levels with water in it. How beautiful. That's super unfortunate in my opinion, and kind of short-sighted of them. I mean, obviously there's Dive Man, but like, are you really gonna, like, why not get Rush Adapter, like the Marine Adapter, you know? I don't know. It just never made too much sense to me. Sounds like a Mega Man game to me. Oh, yeah. For sure. Let's see. What am I gonna do next? Let's go Bright Man. Bright Man's weakness is Rain Flush. So hopefully we can beat Bright Man very quickly. And if not, we'll just have to pick that up for next time. That or I'll just restart. We haven't made our way too much through this game yet. And I kind of want to redo how I did the intro because there was just so much going on with me trying to set up the stream in a way that looked nice. But as you can see, Bright Man's whole gimmick is that the lights can turn on and off based on what enemies you shoot. And also tikis and grasshoppers. For a level about a Bulb Man. So Brightman clearly doesn't have much of a brand going on for him. You sort of thought you knew what his whole shtick was about with his stage, but then it just sort of slowly, or not so slowly, devolves into whatever the heck this is. I could have probably used that, but you know what? I'm gonna use a special weapon here. Oh, shoot. Die. You know what? I will use this like a charge shot metal blade. I think that sounds pretty fun. Just get rid of them all. Nice. And another little quirk of Pharaoh Shot is even if an enemy like comes overhead and it sort of deletes your Pharaoh Shot above your head, don't worry, because you'll actually still be able to fire off your Pharaoh Shot weapon, even though it doesn't look like you should be able to. I don't know why that works the way it does. Probably a programming oversight, and they're just like, who cares? It's something cool. Keep it in, Billy. But yeah. Well, I don't know. Would a game developer for a Japanese company really be named Billy? I doubt it. And these platforms are pretty dangerous, but we died. So I think I made my point clear with that. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not too satisfied just leaving it off like that. But I mean, at this point, I probably have no choice. I think that will probably be where we leave it for today. And then we'll pick off, or we'll pick back up later next week. Or, you know, later this week. Whichever I have opportunity to do. And we'll play some more Mega Man 4, or maybe even some Mega Man 0. So I hope you guys look forward to that. And yeah, until next time, I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'm so sorry that this stream was on the shorter side of things and that we had so many technical issues. I did not foresee any of that coming. But I'm off to play D&D with some friends. This is like one of my first times playing D&D. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah. Hope you guys have a fun rest of your weekend. I'm Jack the Raccoon. I'll see you soon. And until